Well, it seems I've been making these a bit more recently than I should, but there are some things I need to talk about. First things first, my package from home finally arrived on December 28th, and I'll show you guys what was in it. The biggest thing in the box was this PS3 that also plays PS2 games. Before you start flooding my inbox with requests for games to get and review, let me just say, please don't. I want to spend some time with the games I just got for it, and the ones my brother has and will let me borrow. In other words, if you request something, I'm just going to ignore it. Sorry, but I already get too many requests a week about games I'm just not interested in, and I'd rather tell you up front, don't waste your time. So, did I get Sonic Generations in the package? No, because I bought that here in South Korea. Oh, don't believe me? How about now? The game is in English, and since the PS3 is region-free, I have no problems playing it at all. This also goes true for the two games my brother bought me, Metal Gear Solid 4 and Bioshock 2. I think he bought those for me because he was being nice and because I bought a game that I could play with him online. Modern Warfare 3. I only play this for the online mode with my brother as it reminds me of the times we used to play GoldenEye, so don't expect a review on it. There's also this one game I got for the PS3, and try not to scream when you see it. Ah! You're probably asking, why did you buy that abomination of a game? Well, in all honesty, I don't have the right to say that since I haven't played through the game yet. But with all the things I've heard about it, I can't say I'm looking forward to losing my sanity. So yeah, I bought it just so I could play it and have an opinion of it. Will there be a review of it? Possibly. Oh, and before I forget, here are the games that my brother has and I'm going to possibly play sometime in the future. Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction and Crack of Time, even though I've already beaten both of them. Heavy Rain, Uncharted 1 and 2, Batman Arkham Asylum, Little Big Planet 1 and 2, and those are the ones I'm interested in. If I ever get around to buying some more PS3 games, I would get Portal 2 and the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection, as I can get those here with few problems, but I don't think I can get the orange box or Tales of Vesperia here since I haven't seen them. I also hope that Tales of Grace's F will be here in English as well, but that's sort of a long shot. It sucks that the Sly Cooper collection is not in English, otherwise I would pick that up. Okay, that's enough PS3 talk, now for the other games I got. Representing the Wii is Skyward Sword with that gold controller. And that's it. For the 3DS, I got Super Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, and Sonic Generations. If I do a review of the PS3 version, I'll also talk about this one as well. The only other things that came were an extra PS3 controller, Pac-Man Versus with the cable because the multiplayer mode is just lots of fun, Ape Escape 3 in case I need more footage, and 2 Christmas movies that seem kinda pointless since I got them after Christmas. Yeah, great timing, US Postal Service. Great timing. Okay, so that's it for the mystery box, and all the games that came in it. But that's not all the games I've gotten. Before I left for South Korea, I downloaded a number of games for the Wii and 3DS. Metroid on the NES, Kirby 64, Final Fantasy 3 or 6, because I've heard good things about it and want to give the Final Fantasy series another go, Paper Mario 1, and Chrono Trigger, which so far I completely understand why everyone loves it. For the 3DS, I got Super Mario Land 2, and Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. So with all these new games, I would like to have a little time to actually sit down and enjoy them before I even think of doing reviews for them. Which brings me to my dazzle. I hate it. I found a way to increase the quality just by a little bit more at a coworker's suggestion, but I have a lot more things that I just hate about this thing. For one, the audio and video do not match up at times and it throws everything off. For example, that dazzle test I did of Sonic Generations, well, believe it or not, the footage was supposed to start as soon as the screen faded in for Classic Sonic, not at the loading screen, which it did. The footage in the editing was the fade in, but the audio part was still at the loading. All this does is make it far more annoying and frustrating to edit things, which is why the only times I'll even think of using Dazzle is for top 10s and possibly Sonic Generations. Why not Skyward Sword? I'm going to wait on that one as I only just got it and barely put 6 hours in, while I've been playing Generations on my brother's PS3 before I got my PS3. So I've had a little bit more time with Generations and beaten it than I've even been able to try with Skyward Sword. Moving on, why has there been a lack of videos recently? Well, for 2 reasons mainly. It was the holiday season, and I've been here for 2 months now, and I've gotten sick about 4 times. Mainly because nobody here in South Korea ever taught their kids that when they cough, they should cough into their arm so no one else gets sick. I've been teaching them that. Some of them caught on, while others are slow learners, but enough about that. So it's just been kinda hard to narrate when your nose is stuffed up or there's something in your chest. I continue to work on scripts, but at the same time, it's better to do all the recording at once so the voice is consistent, because sometimes I sound deeper, or it echoes a little more if I stop and come back later. However, since I am feeling a little better, I'll begin narrating again for the Pokemon Coliseum review since the script is done. Yeah, how long has that one been on the back burner for? Not as long as the Donkey Kong Country Trilogy or even Bomberman 64 The Second Attack, but yeah, I'll get back to work on those soon enough. Or at least, I hope to. This next part you guys aren't going to like, but it needs to be said. Remember the generic Q&As? Yeah, well, the thing about that is when I transferred all my stuff to my new laptop before leaving, I put it on a flash drive just to be safe, but because my new laptop doesn't have Microsoft Word or, well, any kind of typing program, I can't open the file correctly. And instead of paying $500 for the new Windows program, I'd rather just say, send me your questions again. In fact, I think it's better that way since those questions were from so long ago that most of them aren't even relevant anymore. How did I save my scripts for reviews and top 10s but not for this? The review and top 10 scripts were typed on my editing software, and I put them in a text video so I could easily save them. The Q&As I just copy and pasted to Microsoft Word since I can't copy and paste on the editing software. And no, it won't let me open the Q&As in the editing since they're not a picture, an audio file, or a video footage. Oh, and real quickly, I said I would do a music walkthrough of Sonic Heroes on expert mode, but I forgot just how long the levels can be. Do you really want to sit through 14 minutes of the same song? So yeah, I won't be doing that one as I previously planned. I think it's better for all of us. And now for the real reason I made this update besides showing you what I got. For those who saw the new top 5 list on PushStart, you saw that it was the first time I did a list with someone joining me. Let me talk about why I did that in the first place. After getting back from my brother's wedding last year, I felt so drained that I couldn't focus on the list and needed to try a different approach, something to experiment with, and I thought, well, what if I actually did have someone join me on the list for once? So I asked a good YouTube friend if he wanted to join my list, and he was happy to. Yes, we actually started working on that list back in late May of 2011, and we continue to work on it every so often. I wrote most of the script and kept asking for his input, suggestions, and changes. I asked him to join for a number of reasons. First, he is also a big fan of the Mega Man series and would have a lot to say and talk about with this list. Second, I wanted to see if I could boost his confidence about making videos again. Not sure if I did, but it couldn't hurt. Last, he just felt right to be in the list with the jokes I wanted to use, and the ones he used fit very well into place. The one thing I was hesitant about when making that video was that I thought that the people who always ask if they can be in a video of mine would start asking again right away. So far I haven't really seen that, but to stop the headache before it starts, I thought I would give everyone their fair chance to be in one of my top 10s. Yes, this is the contest mentioned in the title of this video. If you really want to be in a top 10 of mine, then here's what you have to do. Make your own top 10, and it can be on anything. It can be on a top 10 that I did, someone else did, or something new altogether. But I need to hear you narrate in the video. I'm not too concerned about the quality of your video or your mic, but I do need to be able to understand what you're saying and how much thought you put into your list and any clever comments you made. If you've made a list before and you thought it was really good, you can use that. But it would help your chances if it was new. Simply send your top 10 as a response to this video and I'll check it out. The deadline is 2 months from when this video is uploaded, so don't worry about having to get it done in a hurry. I want you to have fun with your video, but please use your own footage, or simple screenshots. Please don't use anyone else's videos. Depending on how this goes, there will be either 2 or 3 winners. Possibly 4. I'll be honest, I'm already guessing 3 candidates who will possibly enter and possibly win, but I want to see what everyone else can do, so show me what you've got. You should know a few things if you enter and win. Working with me isn't all fun and games, and I will try to get the best performance out of you even if it takes several retries. Second, it's a list we will work on together, so we'll have to talk about which ones go on the list, so don't think you're just going to be able to do a list on your own and have me edit everything. It's not going to work like that. Third, I'll give you the option of which future top 10 you can work on with me, unless it's a top 10 that's already been fully thought out. If you want to do a list that's not on my future plans, then it has to be a game I own and can get footage of. Fourth, if this goes on PushStart, don't expect any money off of it. While PushStart can earn some money from the videos, it simply isn't enough to ask for, especially since the video websites hosting the videos won't send out money if it hasn't earned $100 worth, and mine are nowhere near earning that amount, so if I'm not asking for money, you're not asking for money. Fifth, you must have Skype so I'll be able to talk to you and record what we say. Finally, there is no swearing in my videos, and any kind of sexist, racist, or any kind of jokes meant to insult someone for their appearance or belief are not allowed at all. My videos are meant to entertain people, not to offend or insult them. Unless it's a fictional character, but some of those rules still apply. By entering this contest, you agree to all of that. So, good luck, and I look forward to seeing what you can do.